Hello everyone and welcome to the Fire Witch time-lapse. Now this painting, it took me around 4 hours to complete, and I made out of those 4 hours a 10-minute video to explain you what exactly I do. So at this stage I'm trying to get the background in, as the story behind this character is that she's a witch that's been locked up in some kind of a dungeon, and at the very moment she taking her strength back somehow, I try to portray that very moment. So just kind of painting in the face here, starting the background you can see is a little bit established, trying to get that kind of a dungeon cell with rocks and old walls. Now here's my palette. Consists of skin tone, which I'm trying to get, and as you can see, I've included a lot of orange and some yellow. That's because I'm thinking that the fire that's within her is trying to come out. So it's kind of like moving from inside out. Still trying to find out what exactly. Now you see, all important is the story. So, and by thinking the story first, then you can make something more believable. Now you can see I'm painted a hand there. That's when I'm thinking that she's gonna hold some kind of holding the fire in her hand, and the rest of the fire will be coming out from her head as like fiery hair or something like that. Yeah, just a lot of orange, yellow, some white. Yeah, now that's showing here is what I was talking. So the fire is kind of coming out from her hand towards her mouth. So she's kind of like thankful that she did it, and she's kind of like kissing the fire. At least that's what I try to go for. So she's like sitting on her bed inside this old cell. What year is it? Not sure. It might be sometimes in the past. So she's just wearing this old rag on herself. You see, I'm trying to get that background a little more fleshed out. Like a light coming out at the far left. But in the end you'll see that I'm gonna change it because I didn't like it, and I thought that it took away from the picture. It took away from the main focus, which is the character. Now as you can see, her leg is more white than the rest of her body, which I'm gonna fix later. There is light coming from the right side of the picture, but we don't see it. We mainly see the fire that's coming from her, which gives light to the background a little bit and onto herself. Now I'm a little bit zoomed in, trying to work on the details of her eye. Her eyes are kind of like on fire as well, since it comes from the inside. So no visible pupils or anything. Trying to work on the feature, a little bit of the cheekbone. Her eyebrows are fiery as well. Now this part was kind of challenging because I had to make different patterns of fire that actually kind of looked believable. So stroke by stroke, I was fleshing out everything that was supposed to be the fiery part. And as you can see, there's a glow coming out from the fire. That's if you want to have that effect in your paintings, you just open a new layer, make it color dodge, and with a soft brush you go over it, and that fire suddenly gives out that warm feeling to it. Now at this point, I have darkened out the background because I didn't like how it looked. And I cropped it a little bit and hid some of the things I didn't want to be seen at all, so the focus remains on the witch. As you can see here, I'm deleting some of that. Give it more reddish and orange glow by shifting the colors from the, as you can see, adding some more glow. From this point, it's just adding details and fixing what's I don't like. The resolution of this painting is 300 dpi, 400. Is it 400? No, it's 4,000 width and 4,000 height. So it's kind of big file, and as you will see towards the end, I'm going to make it smaller so that it becomes much more denser. All of the pieces will come together, and if you zoom in, you won't see some parts that are very loose. It'll all be more tighter. That's a really good technique to use. So if you have a PC that's actually strong, you can make a painting 10,000 width, 10,000 height, work on it as long as you like, and then just make it smaller, and it all will look tighter. But of course you need a lot of RAM and a good CPU and an SSD, so that's just technical stuff. Working further details. Now, I wasn't sure about the rag she was wearing. I wanted to add something else, like maybe some metal part or some leather, but then I thought that she's in a prison. She couldn't have anything of that. But from that moment, I guess she got this fire back, so she'll be out, so no problem. So at this point, I've sharpened the picture and added an emboss filter on top. So here it is, all finished. Thank you for watching.